This morning, I opened my business checking account and my stomach dropped. The balance looked lower than I expected, and for just a second, I thought something was wrong. But before I could even start to worry, I opened one other thing. And in about 60 seconds, I remembered exactly why that number looked the way it did. I had already planned for it. My own system did the remembering, so I didn't have to. And that's what checking your numbers actually does. And it has nothing to do with being a numbers person. Here's something that most people get backwards. Most people think that checking their numbers is just about catching problems, making sure nothing's on fire. But that's not what it does at all. When you stop and actually look at your numbers, something shifts in your brain. You start remembering things you meant to do. You notice the patterns you didn't realize were there. Ideas start coming. Decisions that felt foggy suddenly feel clear. It's not just a safety check, it's the fuel that moves you forward faster. And here's how that happened for me. This morning, when I saw that lower balance, panic started to creep into my belly. I almost froze, afraid to look further. Maybe you know that feeling. But instead, I immediately opened my monthly money map. That's just a simple 4-column list I keep in Excel: date, description, amount, running balance. Nothing fancy. And right there, just waiting to remind me, I had already planned to move money into that account this week. I just forgot because I had been focused on moving forward. My system remembered, so I didn't have to. But here's the part that people miss. This system works only if you actually show up to look. Not once a quarter, not when something feels off. Consistently. Once a week is all it takes because your system is doing the heavy lifting. You only build a fresh monthly money map once a month. That's just 12 times a year. And then each week after that, you're just checking in on what you already mapped out. And that means your brain is freed up to do the fun stuff. You reconnect, you remember, you start thinking ahead instead of reacting. The business owners I see struggling most with their finances aren't struggling because they're bad at math. They're struggling because weeks go by without them even stopping to look. And by the time they do, there's a lot to untangle. The fix isn't complicated, it just needs one ingredient: consistency. And if you want to see exactly how I built the system, I did a full walkthrough back in May. 3 numbers, less than 10 minutes a week. The link is in the description. And if you're watching this thinking, okay, but I don't even know what my numbers look like right now, don't worry. That's a molehill, not a mountain. If you've been avoiding your numbers, stop telling yourself lies. It's not because you're bad at business. It's not because you're bad at math. It's not because you don't have enough time. It's simply because nobody ever showed you before what numbers to look at, or why they matter, or how to understand them without getting an accounting degree. Are you ready to change that? Well, here's where to start. I created the 60-minute business snapshot for this very reason: to help you get a clear picture of what's happening in your business. You see where every dollar went in the last 30 days without getting confused. There's no complicated setup. You'll see your results in minutes. You'll finally feel in control of your numbers. What's confidence in your numbers worth to you? For most business owners, just knowing is the turning point. Relief comes. Maybe it's not as bad as you thought. Then curiosity. You want to see more. Then confidence. You'll actually know what's going on in your business. And then control. You'll start making business decisions on real numbers, not guesses. The time has come to start doing the fun stuff that comes with knowing your numbers. Follow the link in the description. And if this video was helpful, hit subscribe. I'm here every Monday with practical, no jargon help for your business finances. In the meantime, be sure to shield your profits, and I'll see you next week.